It's May 2nd, and this is an update on the garden here in the courtyard. As you can see, things have really taken off, and we're actually starting to get some harvest out of this. I have my first orange tomato of the season. So again, it's May 2nd, and if we look down here, there it is, the first ripe tomato. Give it a couple more days and see what happens, but should be getting some red ones very soon. And there's plenty of tomatoes on this bush. It's got this one big fruit right here, so I can't wait to pick that one. Squash is growing. You can see the zucchini and the flowers, and then we've got yellow squash in the other planter that's growing really fast too. The salad bowls are doing well. This is Swiss chard, arugula, butter crunch lettuce, some spinach, and a mix of other types of lettuces all thrown into one pot. And here's another of exactly the same. We've got a cantaloupe right there, some more cucumbers, sunflowers, some corn. Courtyard. So I think we're getting the right mix of sun and shade out here, and a lot of protection from the wind, which is good. We have banana peppers. You can see those right there. Swiss chard grows so fast we could clip it almost every day. And arugula, we've got plenty of that. We've been eating that in salads, and we've also been feeding the neighbor's tortoise. Seems to really like arugula from time to time. We keep taking clippings of the onions, and I haven't dug any of them up yet to see how big the onions are down below, but we're just using the tops in cooking, and they taste great. When I make a salad from this garden, the smells are unbelievable when I start chopping it. That's one thing I notice that's different from the store-bought veggies. Well, I'm going to go to the backyard, and I have to water, and then I'll do a little bit of filming back there too. This is the western side of the yard, and tomato plants are nice and tall, as you can see. For whatever reason, there's actually no fruit in any of these three planters yet. This wall is pretty tall, as you can see, and they're protected from the sun for most of the afternoon. So that might be the difference. They're in the shade a little more than the other tomatoes. As you can see, the dog protection is working, but the tomato plants are feeling a little confined. So there's also some pepper plants in here, and the peppers are doing great. Check out the size of those. I believe they're jalapenos. I ate one a few weeks ago, and it had absolutely no spice, so I think it was just not ripe yet. But I'm going to let these go until they either turn red or they just look like they need to be picked. Yeah, this is on the north side of the yard. The corn is doing pretty well, nice and tall. A lot bigger than what we're getting in the courtyard. Tomato plant in this planter actually has some tomatoes on it. I haven't seen any ripe ones yet, but they're nice size. If I can get down here past the corn, there we go. Oops, it's horrible. Okay, yeah. See, these are pretty good size if you compare them to my hand. Not ripe yet, but looks good. See, this one has the largest corn. It's really sunny over here, and I guess it's a little drier, so the corn is taken off. We do have a strawberry plant in here, and I have gotten a couple berries off it. Doesn't look like there are any blossoms on it right now. This little tomato plant is so skinny, but it does have a lot of little tomatoes on it and a lot of flowers. So if I keep it from drying out, it looks like I'm going to get quite a lot of small tomatoes out of there. Here's a few you can see through the chicken wire. Some of the tomatoes on that. There's a bean in the back that is not really growing much. This is a string bean, I think, and not much happening back there. I don't think that string bean likes the water that I put on to keep the tomato alive. So it's kind of a trade-off. Here's the last planter, and this is a great one. The corn is pretty tall, and the tomato plant is a lot thicker than the one next door. There's also a squash in there and a strawberry. but this tomato plant is just loaded with fruit. And I noticed, as I was watering before, that I've got a ripe one back here. So, there we go. That's nice to see that color. But this is just loaded with little tomatoes. So I'm going to let this one go another... Oh, no, I guess not. I just picked it. So there we go. Our first tomato of the year. Not very big, but I think this is a cherry tomato or a patio tomato anyway, so they're going to be small. I'm going to give this... It's a little hard. I'm going to give it a day in the kitchen before I eat it, and then we'll see how it tastes. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it, and that's it for now. I guess I'll check back in a few days.